Welcome back. In this episode, we're going to talk about case grounds and how to select the appropriately gauged wire for those case grounds. We were recently doing an electrical upgrade on a boat, bringing him from lead acid batteries to lithium technology. And as part of that, we were replacing a lot of the components on the boat, such as his inverter. When we got to the inverter, we noticed he had a case ground, which is surprisingly rare. Even if you have components professionally installed, sometimes installers will forget the case ground because it's not required to make the component work, but it is required if you ever have a critical failure and you need a safety wire. Well, on his wire, the case ground was a 4/0 cable. You can see here this is a very large cable. But the problem is on the inverter, the friction terminal that received the case ground would not fit a 4/0 size cable. So the installer cut down half of the strands in the conductor in order to fit it in there. Now there's a couple issues with this. One, you cut the cable, so now this is no longer a 4/0 cable capacity. This is more like 4 AWG. So it's a much reduced capacity. And then two, there was no ferrule on this. There was no ring terminal. There was nothing on here, just strand wire jammed into the case ground terminal and then screwed down. So that can become loose over time, but also when you have those frayed wires sitting there, if the other side, like maybe the positive or ungrounded conductor, is installed the same way and those straight strands of wire are just free floating in space, it's possible that they could come in contact with one another. And then you have a short. There's no overcurrent protection between those two because they're not intended to touch right there. And then you could have a fire or some other catastrophic event happen. Now, more than often, a fire or something is not going to happen because of stray wires like this, but it could manifest in things such as intermittent shorts. Maybe you have some electrical gremlins that you're not quite sure what happens every time you use your inverter. And if you are trying to figure out the source of the problem and you come across a termination like this, that's a good time to go ahead and fix this correctly. Even if you have to downsize the wire, install the correct wire, install the correct terminal, and make sure that it is put into the case ground system correctly. Because there may come a time where you do need a case grounding cable. So if you have any questions about electrical upgrades in general or AWG standards, be sure to reach out to us here at Marinecraft, and our AWG certified technicians can get back to you and help you out. And we'll see you guys out on the water.